Yeah, I was a cook for most of my life, I guess about 15 years, I guess. For a long time, I was a cook. It was my original vocation. And I went to rehab. First time I went to rehab was a long-term rehab here in New Orleans. I was there for about 6 months, I think, 6-7 months. And while I was there, when I was part of their program, was that you had to get a job at some point and make some money, blah, 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 blah. Well, I didn't know what to do, man, because, I did not want to go back to the restaurant industry, because I don't know if you guys have ever worked in the restaurant industry, but if you have, you probably know that for somebody who is trying to recover from a substance abuse disorder, then it's not a great place. It's not a great place to be, man. Culture is rough. I know people who do it successfully. I don't think I am one of those people. But, so yes, I had to get out of it, didn't know what to do. And, literally, man, one day somebody was just, randomly dude, you'd be a great tour guide, man. And I was like, that's crazy, I'm not even, really from New Orleans, really. I'm from the North Shore, man. I mean, I've been around the city my whole life, but I didn't grow up in the city proper, But anyway, so some time went by, and, at some point in this process, somebody had told me, they were like, look, if you want something to be, just speak it into existence, just start telling people that this thing is what's going to be, and you never know, it might end up being. I was feeling weird at that time in my life, and I just started, telling people, that, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a tour guide. I don't know how I'm going to do it or whatever, but yeah, I'm going to be a tour guide, and through that process, I found out that I had a friend, that is a tour guide. And I didn't know that, right? Because she hadn't been a tour guide for a real long time at that point, and I kind of been disconnected from society for a while, But, so I find that out, and I talk to her. She tells me that it's pretty easy to do, actually. It's just testing a little money at the end of the day. Thought about it, and I was like, oh, that's a lot of money, though. I probably can't afford that. I thought it was like $300-400, and I was in rehab, man. I didn't have $300-400, so I kind of, I don't know, at first I kind of gave up on the idea, which is what I normally do, but then, for some reason I just kind of stuck, kept talking to people about it, and I was telling my aunt one day about the idea, and, and she was like, how much is the course? She was like, I'll pay for it, and I was like, oh, okay, and then I was like, well, that's still probably not going to work, but then I went and talked to the rehab about it, man, and they accommodated it, they helped me, actually. The tour guiding thing, it's just a side gig, really, at this point, right? The primary focuses at this point, are school, I'm trying to get this professional license. I think that I can reasonably think that, that I can move some places in my life that, I'd like to move.